Our students love the University of Dayton, and there's something here. There's a friendliness and a seriousness at the same time. And people are formed in a way, they're touched in a way that they carry that with them.
The doctoral program in theology at the University of Dayton explores a wide range of theological concepts from the context of the U.S. Catholic experience.
What we're really trying to help our students understand is how our cultural context, like every other cultural context, shapes the ways in which they think about theological questions.
Our approach here is always emphasizing that theology is something that's done in the church, a living community in history and in culture. It's not just a set of ideas. It's not just something that takes place in the academy, but it's something that the academy does in relationship to the living community of the church in history and in culture.
As a Catholic Marianist university, we strive to develop critical minds and compassionate hearts. You'll find a welcoming community that cares about your success.
The Marianist focus on community is something that suffuses the life of the university. It's evident in the way the faculty interact with each other and the way we have a community of graduate students and faculty. It's evident in the kind of teaching we do. We're very much concerned with not just providing competence to students, but training them to be members of a community that takes seriously the common good.
You'll find a tight-knit community of scholars who support and encourage each other.
We have a great community in the doctoral program, and we learn a lot from each other.
We share an office, so it's very collaborative. We're always sharing ideas about teaching and best practices and just our research.
They have an amazing community, and there's also a lot of just conversation and collegiality.
Students develop close, mentoring relationships with our faculty.
They are intensely committed to the students, and these are faculty who will invest in them.
Whenever you have a question, they're always there for you. You can always come in, stop by and ask them a question. But they also are very challenging because they want you to thrive both personally as well as academically. So we were really lucky to have such a strong relationship.
Students in our program benefit from their extensive teaching experience.
From the second year of the program, they're responsible for their own introductory course, and then with the guidance of faculty, they're able to, in further years, develop their own courses related to their specialties.
I got to kind of propose my own course around my own research interests. It was just great to, be able to do something that you're really passionate about.
But we don't just throw them to the wolves, so to speak. We actually give students mentoring inside the department, preparation on how to teach.
You feel supported, and you definitely have resources and you have access to other faculty if you have questions. So it feels very formative, but at the same time you're given a lot of freedom.
These kinds of opportunities allow students to really be full members of the department and to get to live into what it means to be a part of a robust intellectual community thinking theologically.
The types of schools that are hiring our people, right? They really appreciate the fact that our PhDs can walk into a classroom and just start going.
They are very impressed with how many classes we taught, so that's a great gift to have when we come out of this program.
Dayton is more than a place to study. It's a welcoming community to call home.
Dayton seems to be a comeback community. We have a kind of a booming downtown. They've redone the river so they have all these water sports, and there's a housing boom in the downtown area, and yet still Dayton's a very inexpensive place to live.
It's very affordable, it's very family friendly, we have a great Metro Park system, there's a lot to do.
It's big enough to have a cultural life, it's big enough to be an enjoyable place to live. As a Rust Belt city though, it's also a place where you can think through many of the pressing issues that the contemporary world is facing in terms of globalization, deindustrialization, sustainability.
What's most fun about working with doctoral students is watching them grow over time. And by the time they get, like to year 4 and 5, they're asking questions that are about things that if they answer, they could publish. And they become contributing members of theology, which is pretty cool. I especially like it when I have in my hand one of their books. they have become a theologian.